Hi guys, hi. Hope you are doing well. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to my old subscribers and welcome to my new subscribers. I greet you all in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, our soon coming King. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Today, I know I normally give the weather. I don't know why, but it's not that cold in London today. It's winter and it gets dark by 4 o'clock. Winter is not one of my favorite times of year. It gets dark by 4 and it doesn't get light out sometimes until like probably say 8 o'clock ish, thereabout. But hey ho, we are still in the land of the living, and where there's life, there is hope. So, in today's video, I'll be doing some Bible tabs. I think it was yesterday I put a YouTube short, because what it was is that I have some Bible tabs as it is about those from Amazon years ago, and I wanted to put some tabs in my Bible because sometimes you find it I find it quite challenging, so to speak, in order to find the scriptures in the Bible when I want to find them. So I wanted to use those Bible tabs, but then when I looked at them, I didn't really like how they look. So, the thought came into my mind. Of course, it's the Lord who brought the thought into my mind. He said, why not go ahead and do my own Bible tabs? So I went and I started to do it, and I really, really do enjoy doing it. So I'm not sure if you guys can see, but this is what it is I've done so far. I've done all the way up to Romans. It's time consuming to say the least. It's time consuming, to go through and do all the setting up, etc. So I was here in the middle of finishing the tabs. So I said, you know what, let me do a video. I wanted to do a video, but only when I was at Hebrews all the way down to Revelations. So I said, let me just do a video while I'm at Corinthians. So I've started typing, as you can see on my screen there, and that's the layout. But before I get into this video, I just want to read a scripture. I haven't prepared anything, so let me just try and find something quickly in the Bible. I'm just trying to find something. I didn't prepare anything, to be quite honest, but I'll share something with you guys. I'm not going to read anything. So this morning, whilst I was doing my devotion, spending time in the presence of the Lord, I was reading about Jacob's blessing. And do you remember that story in the book of, is it Genesis? I think, when Jacob was wrestling with the man and he said he wouldn't let him go until he blessed him. So, what I was reading about with regards to Jacob blessing is basically that Jacob did not let go until the man blessed him. But he said that he wrestled with God because he was about to face Esau, his brother, who he had basically tricked or deceived into giving him over his birthright. So whilst I was there, thinking about it, the thought came to my mind. The Spirit of the Lord started to minister to me and said, so many of us who say that we are children of God, we tend to give up at the first hurdle. When something happens, we tend to want to throw in the towel and said we can't be bothered with it because it is too hard. But what God was downloading in my spirit basically is just like Jacob, who did not give up, at all and would not let go, so too must we not give up. We must not give up on the things of God. Why? Because God's word is truth. So we, just like, as I said, just like Jacob, who did not let go until God blessed him, so too must we not let go until God blesses us. So that's what I just wanted to share with you guys today as some sort of an encouragement, to say, regardless of what you are seeing or what you are hearing, don't listen to it, because you know the God that you serve, and whatever it is He has placed on your heart to do, whether it is to go back to school or to start a business or whatever. Yes, it is going to be difficult, and yes, there are times when you want to throw in the towel. I am perfect example of wanting to throw in the towel loads of time on this business endeavor that the Lord has me on. However, don't give up, just continue, don't let go, hold on, because God is gonna bless you for your efforts. Because once He says He has given you like a blueprint, so to speak, He will carry it out. But all you have to do is to just trust Him, knowing that whatever He tells you, it will come to pass. So I just want to go ahead and do the rest of these Bible tabs. So what I have done, because I'm laying them out, because eventually I want to put them in my shop, so I'm just laying them out at the moment. So as you can see here from my screen, I've gone through and done majority of them so far. So what that does is that if I'm going to do any future Bible tabs, I don't need to start from beginning. As you can see, it's very time consuming, but it's so personalized to me. Why? Because I get to put colors. I've noticed that a lot of Bible tabs, they are a bit boring. There are no colors in it, they're just monotone. And I think when we look around us, we see, the creation of God. It is so beautiful. So why not show it in the things that we produce? Why not show the colors, of God's creation in whatever it is we are doing? And the colors, they do brighten it up. I'm telling you, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, if my screen is showing it, but they are so beautiful. I was even showing my husband, and he said to me he really, really likes them as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna scoot over now to my screen here, and I'm just gonna finish. So here, this is what I'm doing so far. So I'm now at Philippians. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna speed up the video right along here, and then when I finish typing Revelation, then I will come back. Okay guys, so I am now back. I've gone through and I've typed all the remaining books of the Bible. As you can see, they're not very visible because they're just on outline. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to highlight everything. And for me, I'm just going to change it now into the color that I am going to use for the actual names of the Bible, the books of the Bible. But at the moment, the font is in Arial, but I want to change it to the font that I'm currently using. So I'm just going to highlight it again. And then here in the fonts panel, you would go, and then I'm going to use this Adobe Garamond Pro. So that's what I've chosen to use for my fonts, etc. I guess if like a customer orders and want like a nice cursive font, I would do it. I would accommodate them. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go through and stylize each of the remaining books of the Bible to match what the others look like. So for example, for First Corinthians, let me just move that one side. So to get that outline, I'm just gonna add an offset, which is there, and it looks like that. And then I'm just going to change it, the outline, to white, and then I'm going to change the fill color to white. So basically that's what I'm going to do. And then so that everything is grouped, I'm just going to highlight everything and then select Command G because I'm using a Mac, and then what that does, it groups it, and as you can see, it when I move, everything moves. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna increase the size of my screen, but I need to ensure that I have my Corinthians in view. Just gonna move it here, and I'm just gonna increase it a little bit more. Right, so that's it. My Corinthians is there. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna line it up and then minimize it as best as I possibly can. Just minimize it a bit so that it fits. So basically that's what it looks like, and then I will just increase the width just a little. So now that I have it in the dimensions or how I would like it to look on the tab, I'm now gonna go through and select that one, the particular tab that I want to change. And as you can see around here, all this box around it, it shows that everything here is grouped. Now to ungroup it, I will go to object and select ungroup, and I've now ungrouped it, and then I'm able to delete. And then I'm just going to move over my my word. Let me just increase it a little bit more so I can see it much better. That's it. So I'm just nudging it over with my keys, and then in order to get the word to be at the top like a mirror image, I would come here to this panel, which is this one here, the transform panel. No, wrong one, sorry. Wrong one, because I just do it automatically. It's the replicate panel, and then here down the bottom where it says mirror, so if I wanted I could mirror to the bottom, mirror to the top. The arrow shows it mirror to the left or mirror to the right, but I want it to go to the top. So that's it, it's now mirrored, and I just nudge it up a little. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but there's a line right here. This is where I've inserted a score line. So what that does is that it allows me to crease the Bible tab much easier, instead of me trying to crease it myself and then make a complete mess of it. So I've mirrored it, but in order to flip it so that if I'm looking at the tab from the back of the Bible, I'm able to read it clearly, what I then need to do is go up to object, mirror, sorry, I need to select it, go up to object, mirror, and then flip horizontal, and that's it. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna rinse and repeat for the rest of it. And if I wanted to, I could go ahead and change the if I wanted to, I could go ahead and change that fill. So to change that fill, I would come over to here, which is this panel, the fill panel, and then I would go in and choose whatever it is I want, because I've uploaded a few backgrounds for myself. I downloaded them from Creative Fabrica. So all I do is just go in and stylize it to something that I like, to be quite honest. And this normally takes a little bit of a time for myself in order to go through and choose something that I like. And I'm gonna try that one. I quite like that one. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to rinse and repeat and go through the rest. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to speed up the video in order to finish the rest of it, because as you can see, I think I have 21 more to do, and it is going to take a little bit of a time. Or I tell you what I'm going to do, once I have I was going to say that I'm going to pause it and then go in and finish. But you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, but in the meantime I'm just gonna speed up the video so that you guys don't watch me painstakingly do all of it. So I'm just gonna speed it up, and once I finish, then I will come back.
If I could not walk with him, I'm in his hands. He carries me home, frees me from all my burdens. I have no fear, there ain't no doubt. He's by my side, he shines his light upon me. And when I'm weak, he's always strong. His love for me will lead me home, lead me home to the Father's house. I'm in the Father's house. I say a prayer and he takes me there, home to the Father's house. Here in his house there is a light. It is shining for you and me. Just open your heart, open your eyes. He will show.
Hey guys, so I am now back. I have managed to finish doing all of them. So what I'm gonna do now to make it a bit easier for myself, I'm just gonna go through and then I'm just gonna ungroup all of these, and then so that I'm able to just put the names of the books of the Bible on each of them to stylize them, which would make it much easier for myself. So I'm just going through and then I'm ungrouping as I go along, and so that I can delete all the names. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna speed up the video here, and then once I've finished ungrouping all of them, then I will come back or return to normal, you know what I mean. Okay then.
Show you his might and glory. And though I slip, I never fall. He lifts me up and turns his face towards me. And in his eyes I see his love. I take his hand, he leads me home, lead me home to the Father's house.
Guys, so I am now back. I've gone through and I have removed all the names of the scriptures that I don't need. So I'm now gonna put the new ones that I've typed in here. As you can see, it's a very tedious process, but as I said, because I've done this once, I don't need to go and do it again. That's why what I've done, I've gone ahead and I've just saved them all to off the page, so that's if I need to print them, I can just always go in and print them. So I'm just gonna go through and do, but what I may do, I may just go ahead and change up some of these backgrounds, the fill colors. I'll probably just change some up a bit, you know. Let me see, I like that one. Yes, so I'm just gonna change some up a bit. Let me just move this one side because I'll be using this panel throughout. So I am now in Second Corinthians. So I'm just gonna rinse and repeat and ensuring that I'm able to see it much clearer. And then I'm just using my I'm just using my keys, my arrow keys, to nudge it over, as to try and get it as center as I possibly can. But then once I've finished putting all of the books of the Bible on the tabs, then I'll be coming back to show you how is it I get everything perfectly squared up and centered. So let me just go through now and carry on. So once I've done everything, I will come back, play back the video normally. So I'm just gonna speed it up now.
Where would I go? Where would I be if I could not walk with him?
Okay guys, so I am now back. As you can see, I've gone through and I've just put all of the books in, which makes it a bit easier for myself. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to come in and stylize it to my liking, and then I'm just gonna, after I've finished that, I'm just gonna do some more editing, etc., and center it to ensure that everything is all centered on the page, on the tabs, sorry. And then after that, I'll send it to print. So I'm just gonna go through and just fix it up a bit, you know, to ensure everything is done all looking really nice and professional. At the end of the day, it's, although it's for me, as I said before, I'll be putting them in the shop, in my online store. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. I'm just gonna fix them up, and I'm telling you, I think these look so pretty. The colors are so vivid, and what I've used when I'm printing the previous ones, I've gone ahead, I don't know why is it the silhouette sometimes does that, but when it's printing, it doesn't affect it in any way. I thought it would, but it doesn't. So I'm just gonna minimize this just a little bit more, carry it down, and then just probably, yeah, just fix it like that. Carry up a bit right there, and then I'm gonna flip it. And I'm gonna do the same thing for all of them. If I haven't put the scriptures in order, I don't know them offhand. To be quite honest, I don't know them offhand, so I'm just putting them in. What's most important is that they are all there. So what I think I may do is this background, I'll probably change it. So what I've decided to do, the backgrounds that I want to change, at least the fill backgrounds that I want to change, I'll just go ahead and do them as I am doing the tabs. I quite like that one. That's like an emboss floral look, which I quite like that one. So I'm just gonna get my replicate panel and just nudge it along with the key. Then I go to my objects panel and then I flip it. This one, I'm just gonna carry it down a little. I'm not sure why Silhouette does this, but I'm not gonna panic because I know when I send it to print, it is going to have the fill images on it, so I'm not even panic. I remember the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's not working. But if I sent it to print, let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I were to send it to print, for example, as you can see, everything is there. So I'm just gonna ignore the fact that all of this is black. It's not gonna print out like that. I'm not sure why Silhouette does this, but it's sometimes doing, and it's annoying, you know, because then you're thinking that, oh my goodness, my image is not gonna print in the background. I may change this fill color. I think I will change this fill color to something else. I quite like that one. I've chosen, you can't even see it, can you? But it's a really nice floral. Let me see if it will do it. Yeah, it does. It did it now. So I'm just gonna go in and stylize these and replicate them. I need to ensure that the names of the Bible are above my, what is it called again, score lines. That's it, to make sure that they're above my score lines. I think I may change this the parrots for the fill color for this one. I think I have some more parrots, so I think I'll probably change it. These backgrounds, I downloaded them from Creative Fabrica because I have their annual membership, so I managed to download them. Yeah, like no, you can't see the parrot that well, so I'll probably, nah, I don't like that. And those are some ombre colors. I'm not sure why it's not showing, but hey oh. So that's Timothy, that's Philemon, and now I'm gonna get on and do Hebrews, which is there. So I'm just minimizing it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna speed up the video right about here until I have finished fixing up, so to speak, all of the books of the Bible, and then when I'm finished with that, I'll be back.
Me home, frees me from all my burdens. I have no fear, there ain't no doubt. He's by my side, he shines his light upon me. And when I'm weak, he's always strong. His love for me will lead me home to the Father's house. I'm in the Father's house. I say a prayer and he takes me there, home to the shining for you and me. Just open your heart, open your eyes. He will show you his might and glory. And though I slip, I never chains and set you free. And you be free here in the Father's house. Come to the Father's house. Just say a prayer and He takes you there. Home to the Father. I'm in the Father's house. Come to the Father's house. I say a prayer and He takes me there. Home to the Father's house. Come to the Father's house.
Okay, guys. So what I've realized is that I did not include Third John because I looked down here at my Bible and realized that I had not included Third John. So I'm just now adding that to the rest of the tabs. I don't know how is it I'm managing not to include Third John, but there we go. And that's it. I have my Bible on right here beside me, so I'm ensuring that I do not miss any of the books in the scriptures. So Third John, I'm just gonna put it right here. I'm gonna scoot this over and I'm gonna put it there. So I just need to flip it 90 degrees and then I'll replicate this. Open the replicate panel. And then what I need to do is then to flip it like that. And I think I'll probably change the fill color to something different. I'm trying to find something, another floral one. I quite like that one. Yeah, I like that one. And I think I have First Peter and Second Peter to be the same. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna change them to different some different fill patterns. Let me move it over here so you guys can see. Yeah, I quite like that one. Or I don't know which one to choose now. Yeah, I quite like that one. That one's nice. And I just need to do Revelations. Just need to do that. So I'm just going to go to the replicate panel, replicate it at the top, nudge it up a bit, go to my objects panel and flip it, and that's it. So what I'm going to do, I'll probably change the fill background in Revelations to something. I don't have anything. I was trying to see if I have like one for fire or something like that, but I don't seem to have any, and I don't like any of these. I'll probably, so I quite like that. So basically that's it. It's all finished now. So, and I have 2 extra ones there as well. So let me just minimize it a little so you guys can see, and just zoom it out. So basically that's what it looks like. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna go through and just individually stylize them and center them. So this background that I have, this one here, I'm just gonna move it one side because what's happening is just getting in the way of me selecting the individual tabs. So I've selected the first one, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go up here and center a line to ensure all the words etc are properly centered. Oops. And then it's just gonna do all of them. I think most of it is pretty centered already, so I may not have to do that. I'm gonna just group that. So I may not have to do a lot of them. Just, oops, I didn't group all of it properly. So I'm just gonna do that. Oh, I'm telling you, when you're doing it individually, it's sometimes such a headache. And because what it is, I've put everything so close. You see that again, it just completely disappears. I don't know why Silhouette does that. But as I said, when I do send it to print, it doesn't really affect it. So I'm just going to go in and ensure that everything is nice and centered. Oops, no, wrong. I need to ensure that that's it. I think majority of it is centered already, to be quite honest. I don't even think I need to do much here. I think it's all centered. Yep. Move that over. Just nudge that a bit. And then I'm going to do the same for these. I'm not sure if you guys can see the words just moving ever so slightly. There we go. So that one's centered. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change the outline to match probably something here. Yeah, that's it. I have them so close, and because they are so close, I'm selecting I'm selecting more than one. I'm just trying for it to change exactly. No, not that. I'm telling you, I had them like really spaced out on the page before, and my husband said, oh, to maximize space and to stop wasting materials, you need to ensure that you carry them up just a smidge more. But now that I've carried them up, it's as if to say I'm having issues now trying to select them on an individual basis. But I'm getting there. Yeah. So that's 2 Peter. Doing 2 Peter now. Oops. And because this one is not vertical or horizontal, I can never remember the two. But instead of doing this one, if they were the right way up, because they are not there on the side, so to speak, I then have to click that one. And then Jude, what I'll do, I'll go ahead and change the outline color for Jude to that. Yeah. I think they're all okay, you know. I don't think I need to be doing a lot. I'm just trying. That's it. I'm trying. I want it to go to the arrow instead of having like a pointer. That way, when it goes to the arrow, I'm able to select. It's now selecting all of it, and I don't want it to select all. Whoops. I'm telling you, when you're trying to work with a small area, but you need to. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just, there we go. My pointer is back. And all that for just moving it probably a millimeter or two. It moved. I shouldn't have done that. What I should have done is this. Oh, it's moved again. Hold on. Hold on. I'm telling you. There we go. It's much better now. So I'm just gonna change the border color for this one to make it match that. And then now I'm just gonna come and select there. And that's it. It's all finished. I think what I may do is increase the size of Jude just a little bit. Yep, so to ensure that both is the same, I've just deleted the top one, and then I'm just going to go through and replicate it. And then I'm just going to go through and mirror the image. So I'm just going to carry back the page to center a line. And basically that's it. And then this is the background that I had, but what I'll probably do, I'm just gonna change it to something different. No. No. Let me change it to something simple. The same sort of gradient effect, but something a bit more simple. Yeah, just let it stay. No, I'm trying to find something. You know what? I'm just gonna let it stay like that. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna move it back. What, before I do that, let me group all of this just in case, and then I'm gonna put it to the back, which is there, and nudge it down just a bit more. That's it. This, I'm just gonna nudge it down. That's it. Oops. And that's it guys. So I'm now finished doing all my tabs and everything. They are so beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful to look at. And as I said, these here, these are the rest of them, starting from Genesis, go all the way down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna organize them in some form of order as to how the books are in the scriptures. And that's all 66 books of the Bible. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna go ahead and then I'm gonna print it, and once I've printed it, I'll come back to finish it, and then I'm gonna send it through my Silhouette machine to cut it, and then I'm gonna show you guys of me like removing each of the stickers, so to speak, and then placing them in my Bible. So I will catch you guys in the next clip. Okay guys, so I am now back. I have gone through and I've printed the Bible tabs. I'm using glossy sticker paper, and I just absolutely love how they give it this beautiful sheen to it. And here you have the registration marks. So what that does, it does when you put it through the Silhouette machine, it cuts it based on the registration mark. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just going to go ahead and put my paper on the cutting mat. This is the original Silhouette cutting mat, and then what you have to ensure that you do is to line it up right in the corner there. Just ensure it's lined up in the corner there. So line it up as best as you possibly can. If my head is in the way or if I'm coming in view, my apologies. So that's it. So I'm lining it up as best as I possibly can, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send it through to the Silhouette machine to cut it out. And it's gonna do the cutting, and then it's gonna do the scoring with these lines. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but it has little lines here that scores it. And I have worked out with regards to the Kiss Cut settings, because the sticker that I'm using, the sticker paper is HT. I'm using that sticker paper, so I've managed to work out the cut settings in order to get a Kiss Cut as well as a die cut. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the settings in the description below, so if you guys want, you can have a look on that. So I'm just gonna send it through to the machine to cut, and then once it's cut, then I will come back and show you how it is peeling off with it being Kiss Cut. So I'll catch you in a minute. Okay guys, so I'm now back. Sorry if you can hear the noise in the background. That's my puppy. I'm telling you, he didn't decide to bark until I'm recording a video. So I've managed to cut out the border. So this is what I'm just weeding out now. So I'll just discard that. Let me put my laptop to one side, and if I have done my settings correctly, it should all come out without a problem. But sometimes my machine tends to, not the machine, where my machine is located, there's not a lot of space behind it, and this mat is a 15 by 15, so if it shifts in any way, the cut lines will be a bit off. But as I said, it's for my own personal use, so even if it cuts in the border just a little bit, it doesn't really matter to me. So the proof is in the pudding, so to speak. So I'm trying sometimes. I'm telling you, my puppy decides to it did. That one we did, that one came out okay. And he's making noise. But that one didn't come out okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go for my little instrument that I have. 1 minute. I have this little thing. It's like a crack back. So what you can do, if you find that when you cut your stickers, sorry, they don't cut all the way through, what I do is use this and just put a score line in the back. But what happens, it doesn't cut all the way through to the front of the sticker. So but I just have to cut it, the line, a little deep enough but not too deep. So I've made that little indentation, and as you can see, it's done it. Sometimes when you're trying your best endeavors to ensure that everything goes okay, it doesn't. But then the good thing is how you go about and recover. So that is a kiss cut, at least it should be a kiss cut. So that's what it looks like. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna find my Corinthians, 1 Corinthians, which is here. And then what I'm gonna do, in order to line it up, I use the very last one that I did and sort of gauge it, just eyeball it, so to speak. And then put it there. Then the score line that I was telling you about that I did, because I've scored it, it just makes it bend so easily. So that's the first one. So I'm gonna do a second one, and then what I'm gonna do after I've done the second one, I'm gonna speed up the video because I'm sure you guys don't want to see me do all 21 books. So let me see. This one cut much better, as you can see. So that is a kiss cut, so it leaves the backing of the sticker sheet on and just takes the top off without going through, whereas a die cut would cut all the way through. So let me see, we have Corinthians. So because Corinthians is starting at the top, I can just start it anywhere I want. All I have to do is to just ensure that my tabs are not lean. And then you fold it over because it is score. I'm not sure if you guys can see there. See, that's the score line. And there we go. So that's Corinthians, and then we're moving on to Ephesians. Oh no, it's Galatians first. And then hopefully if I bend it back, I shouldn't have a problem. This one didn't cut all the way through, but as I said, I have my little tool that I use, which is here. And then I'll just go and score it. It's quite inexpensive. I bought this from Amazon about 2 years ago. I saw a video on YouTube and I'm like, that's not bad at all. And then you just peel it. I think I peeled, oh no, I did this one a bit too deep. Yeah, this one went a bit too deep and it went straight through. Let me try and see if I can recover it somehow. I've recovered it somehow, however, it has a cut line through it, and now I'm having issues. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this has the cut line going through the front, but as I said, this is for my own personal use, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to get it off. Yeah, it hasn't really damaged it anyway, so, and then I'm just gonna line it up to right there. And then I'm just gonna try and fold it neatly without damaging the sticker. And there, you wouldn't even know that it has a tear. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and then I'm gonna put all of it on, but I'm just gonna speed up the video here so you guys can just sit back and just enjoy me painstakingly doing it, but at a higher speed.
Could not walk with him. I'm in his hands, he carries me home, frees me from all my burdens. I have no fear, there ain't no doubt, he's by my side, he shines his light upon me. Always strong, his love for me will lead me home to the Father's house. I'm in the Father's house. I say a prayer and he takes me there. Shining for you and me. Just open your heart, open your eyes. He will show you his might and glory. Okay guys, sorry about that. I just had to straighten up my camera because it was leaning a bit. So I am now back. As you can see from the video, I was struggling with regards to getting it off. I'm not sure why this happened, but some peeled okay, while some it took off the backing. But as I said, you know, that's for my personal use anyway. So what I'll have to do, I'll have to just go back and adjust my
cut settings to make the blade just probably a little bit deeper and increase the force, so that it just peels the top off without, you know, having this issue here. So it's now finished. I've now finished with putting in all the tabs in my Bible. I'm gonna leave a card out for this because I did a Bible review of this Bible, and this is what I'm currently using now in my alone time with the Lord. So this is what it looks like completed. Very, very beautiful, you know, very, very pretty. Let me turn it over. Sorry if you can hear noise in the background, but that's it. That's what it looks like. Absolutely beautiful. What I'm gonna do is these little post-it notes, I'm just gonna put them at the top so that when I hold it, the Bible properly, or at least hold this so that you can see a full view of the tabs, you can see exactly how beautiful they are. So let me just quickly remove these tabs. These are from my personal notes when I'm studying. So do you guys use Bible tabs? You know, I find it sometimes very challenging, especially when you want to quickly find a chapter in the Bible, you know, and especially because I don't know them off by hand. I don't know them in terms of can memorize them. I know the books in the Bible, but where they are found like after each other, I'm not so versed with that as yet. So, you know, this will be a good aid for myself in terms of locating the scriptures much more easily. Because this morning when I was doing my reading, and I was reading from Genesis 33 with Esau and Jacob, and I found it so quickly in terms of Genesis. Of course, you know, Genesis is the first book of the Bible, but then what if you were to find, say for example, Romans or Corinthians or something like that, you know? Sorry, let me just try and organize this so when I flip it, you guys will be able to see exactly how beautiful these stickers are. Not stickers, Bible tabs. And the fact that they are glossy just adds to it even more. As I said before, you know, I have some, but they are not, nah, I don't like how they look at all. So I just decided to do myself some. I think I have just two more post-it notes left to change and put at the top. Yeah, sorry about that, but I just wanted you guys to see. You know, we can glorify God in so many different ways, in the things we produce, in the things we do, in the things we say, you know. Let us not forget that all the glory belongs to the Lord Jesus Christ, because at the end of the day, you know, I was there and he just gave me the idea to make myself some Bible tabs. Why not, eh? So these are the complete, I finally finished them. Let me see if I can carry them out. So that's them in full effect, all of them from Genesis all the way down to Revelation. They are absolutely beautiful. And let me turn it from behind, so even if you want to find something from behind, you're able to find it. So that's it. Thank you for coming along on this, I wouldn't say adventure, but watching this video. I hope you have stuck around. It's a bit long, but it's a tutorial video at the end of the day. And as always, you know, let us continue to be steadfast and walk in uprightness, knowing that we serve a holy and a righteous God, and a God who is faithful even when we are unfaithful. He is faithful. And as always, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And may the countenance of the Lord forever rest upon you and give you peace. And I say shalom, shalom, shalom. And have a blessed day, everyone. A blessed morning, a blessed evening, a blessed afternoon, whenever you have stumbled across this video. And God bless you all. And remember, and the scripture says, I think it's in the book of Luke, keep on looking up because our redemption cometh nigh. When we see what's happening around us in the world, we know that what is written here is true. So God bless you all, everyone. Bye.